So just to conclude that we have made a new beginning, a new era has started in the area of rare diseases in the country. It's a slow but steady progress. Significant progress in diagnostics and research has already been made. It's a long way to go. Financial difficulties and sustainability are the major challenges, but we must get there. I request all of you to join hands to care for the rare. And I also need to tell that all the pictures that have been used in this PPT are of real children who are afflicted by rare diseases. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam. Sir, the CHI has developed a digital portal for crowdfunding. I'll request the CHI officials to present a demo of the digital portal.
So this is the crowdfunding portal. There's a disclaimer, all the pictures that have been used in the website will be changed. These are just sample pictures. This consists of three roles, mainly donor, hospital and ministry. A donor would be making a donation to a patient or to an institution. There are 8 registered COEs, Center of Excellence, that have been provided to us. We can view the list of 8 COEs here. So a donor would come here and then he can make a selection between where does he want to donate. Either he can make a donation to an institution or to a patient. He can also he can see that from here. He can see all his last donations, the list of donations that he made, and he can download the receipts from here. This is a grievance redressal form. If he faces any kind of issue, so he can write his grievances here. This is the hospital's dashboard. So this is Maulana Azad's dashboard, wherein they'll be able to see what is the total fund that they've received, what is the fund that has been allocated, what is utilized, and what is the remaining fund. So hospital can manage their own funds and manage the list of patients. It's a hospital specific dashboard, so each hospital would be viewing and managing their own funds. A ministry would be having an aggregate view of all the COEs and what all patient activity and fund management activities are being taken care of. This is the front view of the website, wherein all the events would be coming in. This is the testimonial section. After the conference of the patients, we'll be adding the testimonials here. This will be showing a dynamic view of all the activity that has been going on in the portal. So there we have 8 registered institutions, 44 are the registered patients that we are having. As of now, we have not received any donations, and so none has been utilized. This is the what's new section. So whatever news updates or any items we need to flash in public, we can use this section for that. And this is the photo for that. So we can also see the patient overview. What is the patient load? This would show us a gross figure combining all the COEs. So this is the public view for that. There are 3 groups. Actually, there are 3 categories. The diseases are divided into 3 groups, 1, 2 and 3. So this is a segregation of 44 patients. We also have a document section where we can find the rare disease policy 2021. We can download this as well from the portal by clicking in here. Then we have an FAQ section wherein users can see frequently asked questions, and we have a contact us page. So the contact us page is having information about who they'll be dealing with if they have any grievances. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. So we can open the topic for discussion with the invitees. Sir. I request Secretary Health again to facilitate, sir.
I would now request the distinguished participants to provide us with their views and suggestions. We could start with CII and then go to FICCI. CII, please.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. This is Neerja from CII. So we've got Dr. Trehan, Naresh Trehan, and Dr. Shabnam Singh also with us from CII. So this is a very good initiative that the ministry has initiated, and we'll be more than happy to disseminate the information amongst our members to really help with the crowdfunding. There is some work that we have initiated as CII to sensitize the corporates on this rare disease, and we will take this forward with the ministry, so with your good office and with the Joint Secretary. May I request Dr. Shabnam Singh to please come in. Thank you, sir, for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for giving us this opportunity. I would like to just share with you what we have done for tuberculosis under the leadership of the Minister as well as Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. We started a TB-free workplaces campaign in August 2020 with the aim at reducing TB prevalence across the country by 2025 and thereby save community, industry, policy makers through a series of interactions with the states. We have already covered 6 states and plan to do it across the country. By this, our it is distributed not only to these 10,000 but also to the associated approximately 3 lakh medium and small enterprises to ensure that this toolkit, which includes a teaching app, a web best practices in TB prevention and destigmatization, which is extremely important, sir, and inspiring other corporate members to carry out small initiatives and best practices then are shared across the country. So with the signing of this pledge, on World TB Day in 2021, we prepared a video film which the Minister very kindly also launched at that day. So far, among the large corporates, I won't go absolutely delighted, as Neerja said, to use the same platform and work along with the ministry in making sure that we are able to actively contribute to this very noble cause for orphan diseases. Over to you, Neerja.
Thank you, sir. We'll call Dr. Naresh Trehan, sir. He's just looking at a patient. We'll call him to make a comment later, sir. Thank you, sir.
Dr. Trehan, are you there? We can't hear you.
No, sir, he's not there, and therefore we can move on to the other one.
Okay, so let me take this opportunity with the permission of Honorable HFM to now invite Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry, FICCI. Do we have the FICCI representatives with us?
Sir, if no one is there from FICCI, I'm the co-chair of the Ayush committee, but I'm also the senior vice president of the PhD chambers. if you give me permission, I can speak. If there is no one else from FICCI, then perhaps I
We
could speak
will,
on.
we will come to PhD Chamber of Commerce also, but in case there is no one from FICCI, let us now move to the Associated Chambers of Commerce and Industry of India, ASSOCHAM. Do we have anyone from ASSOCHAM?
Thank you, sir. This is Meenakshi here from ASSOCHAM, and thanks for asking us to this meeting. We will take this back to our members, and we want to engage them very actively in both the things that are on agenda today. I want to get Commander Bali in, who is part of our healthcare committee. He leads that, and he's from Narayana Hridyalaya. Commander Bali, if you could please come in and share your views as well. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir, for having us here.
Sorry to interrupt you, Commander Bali. My only request to you would be that if you could touch both the thematic areas that are on table today of rare diseases as well as of workplaces free from TB. Yes, Commander Bali, all yours.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for inviting us here. I'm the national co-chair of ASSOCHAM for National Health Council, and also I'm the regional director North for Narayana Health. I think both these issues are quite close to us, and I think the initiative that we are seeing now are in the right direction. And as spoken about by the members earlier, I think this needs to a concerted effort by every stakeholder, whether it's government or private or the industry together. Given the little bit of experience that Narayana Health has in raising funds for poor children, especially initially about cardiac diseases and thereafter moving on to cancer and bone marrow transplant, I think we can utilize those good offices to move towards fundraising and towards treating these kids. I think this whole thing has to come out in the open. There are many associations, there are many NGOs which we have seen fund huge amount of money towards congenital heart diseases. They do for thalassemia, they do for many other. I think this also has to now move into that league where we start getting funds for rare diseases. As far as the second topic is concerned, I think we've had a couple of meetings in the past. Also, I remember attending one or two more. Before this pandemic struck us, and this was a very sort of a enviable target that we had, which included educating the employees and also as responsible organizations towards moving and having good practices at work, and thereafter it will be a contribution towards the TB-free India that is the envision of the health and family welfare. And why we are here today. So we are glad to be a part of this initiative, and we can assure you all, sir, that ASSOCHAM will take part in it wholeheartedly, and also contribute whatever we can. As I said, with our experience in Narayana Health of doing this, I think we'll be able to contribute towards it as a part of ASSOCHAM. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Commander Bali. I would now move to PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry, PhD CCI, please.
Good morning, sir. We are represented by our Senior Vice President, Shri Pradeep Multani, on this forum. We also have our Secretary General, Mr. Saurabh Sanyal, joining the meeting, apart from my colleague, Dr. Ravi Rathore from the Health Committee, and myself, Vivek Sehgal, Assistant Secretary General from PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I will request our Senior Vice President, Shri Pradeep Multani, to take it forward. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Vivek ji. Honorable Cabinet Minister Shri Harshvardhan ji and all esteemed participants. Firstly, we congratulate you personally, Honorable Minister, and your full team for the way COVID-19 first and second wave were handled. PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry, sir, reaches out to more than 150,000 companies, and our members have contributed more than rupees 550 crores to the PM CARES Fund. Face masks, food kits, etc. to hospitals and the needy. Sir, we stand by the nation and you in these difficult days. Kindly share a presentation with us which we can share with all our members. Sir, if we need to provide healthcare to all Indians and lowering of incidence and prevalence of rare diseases, we strongly recommend and urge you that the strengths of both Ayush system along with allopathy should be utilized. So, PhD CCI assures you of our full support in all ways. Tan, Man and Dhan se. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Secretary, sir, you could move on as our Senior Vice President has finished his address, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot. Sir, since we have touched SOCHM, CII and PhD Chamber of Commerce, we could not connect with FICCI. So with your permission, we'll call FICCI once again and then move to central government PSUs. Is there anyone from FICCI now?
Good afternoon, sir. I am Dr. Prachal Pal, representing FICCI Secretariat, Senior Assistant Director Health Services, and we look forward to contribute to this initiative, and we are glad to be a part of it. We have Mr. Rajan from Roche, Mr. Param from Sanofi representing FICCI as well.
Okay, so what would you be inviting Mr. Param and the other gentleman to share a few words, or you have expressed the position of FICCI?
Sir, if I may take with your permission, Rajan from Roche here. And sir, Roche globally has been a leading player in the rare disease space. The opportunity that we want to share was I would personally connect with Ms. Rekha Shukla going forward and see if we can kind of get into some kind of partnerships to support those 8 centers of excellence in some kind of clinical capacity building. So that's something that we are looking at, and I will be reaching out to her soon.
Okay, thank you. So with that, we move to the central government.
This is Dr. Trehan.
Yeah.
I was.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We were looking for you, but it seems that you got disconnected. So we will hear Dr. Trehan.
Yeah. No. So we wanted to express to you the commitment from CII and of course personally that we do have a full-blown program for TB prevention and detection in the workplace already. And as part of from Medanta, we are doing TB-free Haryana, taking complete participation with the government, and we'll continue to do so wherever there is an opportunity from CII. The other thing is that yes, we will start our own sensitization of all our corporate members so that they know the whole length and breadth of the rare diseases and how we can actually help to mitigate this very sort of tragic thing that happens to families, and many of them are very poor and find it difficult. So not only can we participate in crowdfunding for the treatment cost, but also for lifelong maintenance of these children. I think if we adopt these children, that will be another thing that we can do to get them the best physiotherapy and best other facilities that may help in addition to the medications that are there. So full commitment from CII membership, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Trehan. Sir, we have more than 50 representatives of the central government PSUs today with us. So with your permission, can we call just a representative sample of these 50 or should we adopt some other methodology, sir?
Whatever you feel is okay for the time being, we can have some people speak right now, and then that will be, I think, the representation of the PSUs of the government.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, with your permission, I would now request Steel Authority of India Limited, SAIL, followed by Rashtriya Ispat Nigam Limited, sir. SAIL, please. Steel Authority of India Limited.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Rakesh Kumar. I'm the Chief General Manager, Personal HR in charge of CSR. So we have today with us our Executive Director, Personal, Mr. KK Singh, also on this panel. And I would just say that we have been taking the initiative, especially in the COVID pandemic, supporting the government and the initiatives of the government. And we've already earmarked some funding towards health care in our CSR budget for the year 2021-22. And SAIL as a company has always been forthcoming and reaching out to such initiatives of the government, and we shall take a lead step in this venture also. We must congratulate the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare that has been supporting especially some of the PSUs in terms of giving us resources in the past, and this is an opportunity for us to reach out as a company, and we will stand by, and we will surely, in collaboration with certain organizations like FICCI and CII, it will be a privilege to be associated with this project and the rare diseases. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rakesh ji. We will now request Rashtriya Ispat Nigam Limited, RINL, for their views and inputs.
Good afternoon. I am KC Das, Chairman, RINL. On our behalf, our Chief Medical Officer will give the message.
Good morning, sir. Honorable Minister, sir. I am Dr. Prakash, Chief General Manager, Medical Health Services. We are very glad to join this meeting, sir. I think this is the need of the hour, that rare diseases are to be recognized as the health problem of the community. And I'm happy to tell you that already we have initiated in a small way that recently we had a discussion with Andhra University here for setting up a genetic lab for the diagnosis of these such rare diseases. We committed a 65 lakh funding for the lab to purchase the equipments required, and will be continuing to support them. And also we'll be happy to get involved in the this initiative of the our Honorable Minister, sir. And as regard to the TB-free workspace, already having experience work with National TB Division and USAID earlier. So I have some experience of TB-free workspace. So here I will suggest two strategies. One is setting up of a continuous surveillance for TB in the workspace, and creating awareness among the using IEC involving TB champions among the workforce in the workspace, and also to initiate the case finding as well as treatment adherence follow-up using these TB champions will go a long way in preventing and controlling the TB infection in the workspace. Thank you.
Thank you. We will now request National Mineral Development Corporation Private Limited, NMDC, for their views. NMDC, please.
Good afternoon, sir, and it's an honor to be present here, and we are also glad to be a part of this unique initiative of the Ministry of Health. Thank you so much. NMDC as a company has been doing considerable work in terms of CSR funding for the health sector, in terms of funding hospitals, in terms of doing a lot of work in TB-free, keeping in our project areas, in the remote tribal areas. We do a lot of work in terms of helping out the TB-free programs. And also we would be glad to be a part of this initiative through FICCI and CII for this rare earth disease, elimination of this and supporting this program of the Ministry of Health. Glad to be a part of this program, and we fully support this initiative of the Ministry of Health. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Sir, with your permission, we will now move to a different sector. And I would request the National Thermal Power Corporation, NTPC, for their views and suggestions. NTPC, please.
Good afternoon, sir. I am D.K. Patel, sir, Director HR. First of all, we sincerely thank you, sir, for inviting us for such a program. And we sincerely thank you for coming out with such a unique and novel initiative, sir. we are already supporting sir, 2 of our wards who are suffering from this rare diseases. And we'll sensitize all our stakeholders, both internal and external, to contribute generously for this program. And so far, sir, TB eradication program is concerned, sir, we have established, because most of our projects are in remote locations, we have established a .com DMC center in 12 our projects, sir, since 2007. And more than 51,000 people have already been benefited, sir, and we are continuing with the program. In fact, in 2 of our projects, in the surrounding villages we are catering to, the number of cases came down drastically. It has almost been eliminated in 2 of our projects, sir. So we'll contribute. We'll continue to contribute in future also, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Dilip ji. We will now request National Hydroelectric Power Limited (NHPC) for their comments.
Good afternoon, sir. During this financial year, we have already spent, spending around 50% of our CSR budget in the healthcare only. In addition to what we have given around 55 crore last year in PM Care Fund. And more importantly, what we are doing in the CSR in the healthcare, it is a remote part of the country because our power station and other things is a very far-flung area of the country. And we are glad to be associated with this program also. We will be happily accepting it. That is a good initiative. Definitely, and it will become a part of it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Singh. I will now request Power Grid Corporation. Power Grid, please.
Thank you, sir. I'm VK Singh, the Director of Personal Power Grid, and we are really privileged to be associated with this initiative of Honorable Health Minister. And as to health, we are contributing a large, about 60% of our CSR budget on health. And I'm frankly admit that this particular rare disease is a first time thing for us, and definitely we'll chip in with our commitment, and we'll definitely, the first thing we'll do, we'll have employee education on this, we'll circulate. I will be happy if the content and the material, the movies are given to us so that we can sensitize a large number of people within organization and other stakeholders. And we'll definitely help in the crowdfunding, and whatever we will be able to contribute. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. VK Singh. As requested by you as well as by some other speakers and colleagues earlier, we will be sharing the PPT that we made to you, and there's another one on TB that will be made in course of this meeting. We will share all that material with all the colleagues who have joined us today. This will help you in creating, better sensitization among your workforce as well as your extended network of different agencies. So thank you once again. We will now request Rural Electrification Corporation Limited, REC, please.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Dr. Kajal from REC as Executive Director. I am 2008 batch IAS officer, sir, currently posted here and looking after CSR, and I am happy to share that we are already spending like 50 CR in the ongoing projects of for the rare diseases and TB, and it's a privilege for us to be associated with this campaign, sir, and we will do our best to support and facilitate this. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Kajal. Sir, with your permission, we will now move to another sector and invite Indian Oil Corporation Limited, IOCL, for their comments.
Thank you, sir. Very good afternoon, sir, Honorable Minister and the participants. I would like to say that 67% of our CSR fund goes for health and nutrition. This is a great initiative, no doubt, for the noble cause. We will be happy to participate in this journey. We have one suggestion, sir. This rare diseases fund may kindly be included in the Schedule 7 of Companies Act, so that contribution can be made by the corporates. Like in the past, we have Swachh Bharat, course and Clean Ganga Fund, which are included in the Schedule 7. So we would request if this can be included in the Schedule 7, it will be easy for us to contribute. This is a great initiative once again. We'll be happy to participate. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Bose. We have taken note of your suggestion to include this in Schedule 7 of the Companies Act. We would follow it up with the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. We will now request Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited, HPCL.
Thank you, sir. I'm Pushp Joshi, Director Human Resources from HPCL. We are grateful that this platform is being created, and it will be our privilege to be associated with this. In fact, I particularly like the idea of Dr. Trehan that if we can adopt some of these children on a corporate basis, so if some scheme can be worked out in that area, that would be extremely good. And as you have already mentioned, you will share the PPT and other materials. So we will propagate that to all our employees and through our extended reach through our petrol pumps and LPG distributors to the general public at large. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pushp Joshi ji. We will now request Oil and Natural Gas Corporation Limited, ONGC, for their inputs. ONGC, please.
Yeah, good morning, sir. This is Parthiban, Executive Director, Chief CSR from ONGC. At the outset, we would like to express our sincere thanks to the Honorable Minister and Ministry for having invited us and for joining this noble initiative. So just I would like to inform that more than 70%, 65 to 70% of our CSR funds has always been spent towards promoting healthcare across the country. Besides contributing rupees 300 crore last year towards PM CARES Fund, we have this year spent more than 50-60 crores towards COVID-related projects. We will be happy to join this particular initiative, and we have our ONGC Foundation. We will look at the feasibility of funding for some of the rare disease cases like the individuals. How do we go for helping them out? Besides that, as pointed out by our colleague from IOC, we would like to request that the matter relating to including this particular fund as one among those funds under Schedule 7 would help us or will facilitate us in donating towards this fund. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you. I will now request Oil India Limited, followed by Gas Authority of India Limited. So Oil India first.
Sir, morning. Good afternoon, sir. Honorable Minister, sir, and Secretary, sir. I am Vishwajit Roy from Oil India Limited. We have in our CSR portfolio a couple of schemes relating to medical, which we have been undertaking in the northeastern part of the country majorly. We have also contributed significantly this time, particularly for COVID-related oxygen and many other issues. We will be very happy to join this initiative, and I echo the sentiments of IOC and ONGC that this particular item, once included in the Companies Act under Schedule 7, will help us in terms of processing our proposals, etc. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Biswajit Roy. Those were very positive views. We will now request Gas Authority of India Limited. GAIL, please.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. I am A.K. Tiwari, Director Finance, GAIL. Thank you very much for the nice presentation, Honorable Minister and Secretaries and participants. Two things I would like to say. GAIL participated in the TB Free India movement, and wherein we have from the last 2 years we have screened around 11 lakhs, and then we have churned out to around 800 people who are affected by the TB. And this is a continuous program we are doing, and we will continue to do these things. The presentation on the rare disease was eye-opener for us, and we are going to allocate the fund especially for the rare diseases, but we need guidance whether to adopt some patients or what way we should donate the fund which will be beneficial to for the rare disease. So a clear-cut guidance is required, or maybe on case-to-case basis we will be asked to donate. So GAIL is committed for this movement, and we continue to do that way. And thank you very much. This presentation which was given to us, eye-opener for us, for our medical team as well as for the CSR, and we'll take benefit of that. And GAIL is committed for that. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Tiwari ji. You have echoed the sentiments of others also. What we will do in respect of the rare diseases is that apart from sharing the presentation, we would also share the National Rare Disease Policy, which is a recent intervention under the guidance of Honorable Union Health Minister. We will share that document with you. That document provides options to corporates to donate not only for research, training and development of treatment protocols and diagnostics, where there are 8 centers of excellence, for example, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, New Delhi, Maulana Azad Medical College, New Delhi, Sanjay Gandhi Postgraduate Institute of Medical Sciences, Lucknow, PGI, Chandigarh, Center for DNA Fingerprinting and Diagnostics, Hyderabad, King Edward Medical College, Mumbai, Institute of Postgraduate Medical Education and Research, Kolkata, and Center for Human Genetics, Indira Gandhi Hospital, Bangalore. So they are spread all over. So that's one option. Money can go there. The other option is that money can go to fund the treatment of individual patients. Some of our other colleagues refer to the fact of adopting a patient or adopting a child and then looking after, the life cycle of treatment. So both these options are there, but once we share the document with you, you will get that information, and that would lead to better decision making at the corporate headquarters level. Tiwari ji, we also appreciate the significant work GAIL has done in the field of TB. So please keep on ramping up that effort. Sir, with your permission,
thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Sir, with your permission, we would now move to another sector, and I would request Coal India Limited, CIL, for their inputs. Coal India Limited, please.
A very good afternoon to Honorable Minister of Health and Family Welfare. This is Satyendra Tiwari, Director Personnel from Coal India, from Calcutta. Secretary Saab, thanks a lot for having us. Coal India has spent almost more than 102 crores last year on CSR funds, out of which 62% were on healthcare. And this time we are taking up thalassemia for kids in a big way. We have put up, right now the beneficiaries are almost 135, which will grow to 400. We have got a medical institute done at Mahanadi, which will benefit people in Angul, districts of Devgarh and nearby places. You know that presence of Coal India is mostly in tribal areas, and we our health services and CSR activities are basically for the benefit of the people around coal industries. We take them along with our industrial activities. For COVID, we have done number of work, which includes putting up oxygen plants. We have supported equipment support to more than 525 beds, ICU beds. Of that amount, for monetary contribution, we have spent 221 crores for PM CARES and things like that. Basically, I would also like to underline our presence in cancer research, which we have funded. Having said that, sir, we will definitely be participating in the programs which you have said about crowdfunding and about rare diseases. Thanks for having us, and we will keep doing as what has been advised and guided by you and the Ministry of Health and Welfare, Family Welfare. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Satyendra ji. We will now invite Neyveli Lignite Corporation Limited, NLC, please.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Ramachandran, GMCSR Finance India Limited. This year our nominated CSR amount is 35.89 crore. We already proposed for 80.89 crore for majorly for COVID-19 mitigation measure. The CSR committee approved this 80.89 crore just to be approved by board. However, we will make effort for this noble cause with the approval of the board.
Thank you, Mr. Ramachandran. We will now move on to Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited, BHEL. BHEL, please.
I'm Anil Kapoor, Director HR from BHEL. We have been, good afternoon, respected Minister of Health and Family Welfare and other members present. We are happy to be associated with this initiative of Health Ministry. I would like to share here that we have been associating in various activities relating to rare diseases, especially with respect to hemophilia. We have done a lot of work, and till now we have contributed almost 5 crore rupees for treatment of more than 3,000 patients. And presently also we are doing one more project where we are spending around 78 lakhs. In that also we will be covering 130 patients. So in this noble cause also we would like to associate, and we will find out ways and means, and this policy I have already seen, and on the basis of this national policy we will try to contribute more in this cause for elimination and of TB. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Kapoor. I would now request Majgaon Dock and Shipbuilders Limited, MDL, please.
A very vibrant good morning to you, sir. This is Director of Majgaon Dock. It would always be a matter of great honor, pride and privilege for me to and my organization to get associated with this new drive, which is that is both a voluntary crowd for funding for treatment of patients suffering from rare diseases and TB-free workspaces located in Mumbai, which has been the heart center of the COVID. We have done everything which was feasible within our resources to mitigate the ill effects of the COVID by reaching out to as many hospitals. I'd just like to share, donating about 1.15 crores to DRDO for setting up the hospital facilities in Lucknow. We have set up an oxygen plant in Mumbai by donating 94.4 lakhs, and also a liquid. We would like to ensure the Honorable Minister for Health and Family Welfare that whatever tasking is given to us, we would fully comply with that. So it should be brought under the ambit of CSR. And as it is in one of the aspirational districts of Maharashtra, which is Nandurbar, we are fully entrenched, and about 60% CSR fund is being diverted towards nutrition and healthcare. We are also being associating ourselves to one of the programs of a rare disease of sickle cell anemia in Nandurbar. Assure the ministry once again that we would align ourselves to spend whatever is feasible within our constraint to share with us. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. We will keep on interacting with you and your colleagues in future to take this forward. I would now request Goa Shipyard Limited, GSL, please.
Very good afternoon, Honorable Minister, sir, and Secretary and the participants. At the outset, I would like to thank Honorable Minister and the Ministry for taking such a good initiative. And this is going to help not only the patient, it's going to help in a very big way the families and of course research and development in the medical wing. GSL being the only PSU at Goa, we have been very actively participating in health sector during COVID time and of course during normal time also. And we have of course contributed around 2.6 crores and setting up even a new oxygen plant in one of the hospitals. We will be very, very keen to participate in this initiative and definitely reach out in collaboration with CII and FICCI. Thank you.
Thank you. I would now request Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, HAL, for their comments, please. Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. I am General Manager HR, sir.
Yes, please continue.
Yes, sir. We have contributed about 26 crores to PM CARES Fund in 1920, sir. And 2021 and 21-22, we have spent around 25 crores for the health sector, sir. And especially to COVID treatments. We have established one COVID care center at Bangalore. We have also established one hospital at Lucknow, sir, 255-bed hospital at Lucknow. Around 12.5 crores we have spent on that. And we have been contributing on these areas, sir. And the initiative taken by the ministry, we appreciate it, sir. Rare diseases, whatever way we can contribute, we would be willing to do it, sir. And also for the TB-free workplaces. Also, we would be contributing, sir. These are the two initiatives I think were not taken importance in the past few years. Now that the Ministry of Health has taken that initiative, we would willingly cooperate with this. And whatever way we can do, we will do it. Only request like other public sectors who have told, it should be added in the Schedule 7 of the Companies Act, sir, which would provide us ease in taking the approvals from the management. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We will now go to Bharat Electronic Limited, BEL, please.
So, good afternoon, sir. I am Shivkumaran, Director HR from BEL. Respected Honorable Minister and Secretaries and my dear colleagues here. Of course, most of the points have been already covered by my colleagues, sir. So, we have been contributing around 60+% towards the healthcare only under our CSR. Sir, one thing is a good point for us is actually, of course, we have responded very positively for the second wave. Now, since one of the Center of Excellence is in Bangalore only, and Yadgir we have adopted as one of our aspirational districts, and we are doing a lot of activities for Yadgir. So, we will, in association with this Center of Excellence, we will take on this movement, sir. And for this opportunity, we will thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Sir, with that, we have heard a representative sample of central PSUs. They have given their views and valuable suggestions. Sir, if you would permit, we also have a very short presentation on the role the corporates can play in TB management in the country and ensuring TB-free workplaces. That presentation can be now done by Additional Secretary, Ministry of Health, Aarti Ahuja, who also looks after the TB program, sir.
Thank you, sir, and thank you all the colleagues and partners who have joined virtually. As the Honorable HFM keeps telling us that TB has to now become like a Jan Andolan, and we are working hard on that. This is one of those steps in that direction. We heard about from all of you about your commitment and your involvement in both the rare diseases program as well as the TB control program, and we really want to thank you for that level of commitment. I think what the COVID pandemic has taught us is that if we work together in the spirit of partnerships, there is nothing that we cannot do as a country. Unlike the rare diseases program, or rather unlike the rare diseases, TB is widespread. It is an old program of the government, and it is also curable. So in that way, it is at the other end of the spectrum, so to speak. However, the approach that the health ministry has adopted for both is more or less the same. That is in the spirit of partnership, which, as many of you mentioned, was also there during the time of COVID. So we are looking, and which you have been doing, is a sense of ownership, where you have taken on a lot of interventions, you have put in your finances, you have put in your resources, your people for the cause of TB, and we are really very appreciative of that. India has set itself a very definitive goal. Honorable Prime Minister announced that we will eliminate TB by 2025, which is not far away. We just have 3 years left by 2024 by which to eliminate TB from our country. And if we are able to do that, the credit will go jointly to all of us. So I am not going to show the detailed presentation in the interest of time. However, I'd like to show you 1 or 2 slides just for your information, and subsequently we will also share these slides with you. Can I request for the presentation, please? But while the presentation is being made, let me draw again the corollary between rare diseases and TB. And of course, we have all seen the pandemic of COVID-19. The individuals matter. It does not, it could be a rare disease, it could be a TB. And when we see in the case of corona, we find that both people who were immune compromised, can we go back? Can we go back? Start from the first. Can you please go back? People who were immune compromised and people who had TB both suffered more during the time of COVID. So it is important for us to understand that the individual matters. And these individuals could be in our families, they could be in our workplaces, they could be in the areas that we work in our factories, in our mines, they could be anywhere. And the latent TB is present in a majority of us. A person who is not treated, not detected, can transmit this to at least 10 to 15 people in a year. And any contact, whether they are in the household, whether they are in the workplace, whether in the corporate office, whether in the factory, they are at 10 to 60 times higher risk of getting TB. So, number of studies have been done, and people who work are found to be normally 7 to 7.5% of those who were tested were found to be positive. So, which is 3.5 times more than the general population. And this happens because we work in closed settings, we talk to each other, we have close interactions in our workplaces, which is why we are more likely to get TB. Next, please. And since we are talking to corporates, we need to also understand the finances behind it. TB has one of the highest returns on investment. You invest 1 rupee, you get 33 rupees back. Of course, there is no cost to human life and healthy life. However, this is just an estimate to tell us that it is an investment worth making in that person. It makes a lot of difference to that person and also to the family, and definitely to the workplace and to the organization, because if we do not treat, we lose about 3 to 4 months of work time, they lose their income, and the family also loses not just the person but also the income, and this consequently has an impact on the economy. Next, please. So I will skip this slide. Next. These are some of the activities that the companies, the corporates can take up. Our partners in the private sector and in the PSUs can take these up. These are just indicative. Next. And this is what can be done outside the industry, and I must compliment Medanta for taking up the challenge of making Haryana TB free. This is indeed something that all of us really appreciate, and I would say this is a best practice that we would strongly suggest to the other people other corporates and other colleagues who are present here today. Next, please. This is the corporate TB pledge, which has been taken by a number of our partners. The website for the TB pledge is given at the bottom. So there are different tiers to it, different levels of commitment, and one can move from one tier to the other tier. So far, the number of companies that have registered for different tiers is given at the bottom. And our request would be, given the size of the audience of the partners present here today, we request that please log on to this website and do register yourself for one of these tiers. Next. I will skip this also. And these are some of the partners who have already, and many of you have also said, this is just a representative indication. So I'll once again urge all of you to please visit the official website of the Central TB Division. We have a corporate pledge website. Please do log on to that. And in any case, we are always there. You can call us on the helpline number that's given here. So, TB Mukt Bharat, TB Harega, Desh Jeetega. Let's join hands to make India TB free. Thank you so much for all your support and cooperation and for listening to us.
Thank you, Madam. Now I have the honor to invite Honorable Union Minister for Health and Family Welfare, Dr. Harshvardhan sir, for his
आज के इस अत्यंत महत्वपूर्ण एवं संवेदनशील कार्यक्रम में उपस्थित सभी मेरे साथीगण, श्री राजेश भूषण जी, आरती आहूजा जी, रेखा शुक्ला जी, अन्य सभी रेयर डिजीज़ प्रोग्राम और ट्यूबरक्लोसिस एलिमिनेशन के प्रोग्राम से जुड़े हुए अधिकारीगण, आज के इस कार्यक्रम को अत्यंत महत्वपूर्ण एवं गरिमापूर्ण बनाने वाले सभी हमारे कॉरपोरेट वर्ल्ड के साथीगण, CII के, FICCI के, ASSOCHAM के, PhD चैम्बर ऑफ कॉमर्स एंड इंडस्ट्री के सभी वरिष्ठ प्रतिनिधिगण, भारत सरकार के अत्यंत महत्वपूर्ण मंत्रालय, पेट्रोलियम एंड नेचुरल गैस, कोल, पावर, स्टील, पोर्ट्स, शिपिंग एंड वाटरवेज, हैवी इंडस्ट्री, पब्लिक एंटरप्राइजेज, डिफेंस और इसी प्रकार से बहुत सारे, जैसा अभी राजेश भूषण जी ने कहा कि करीब 50 से ज़्यादा पब्लिक सेक्टर अंडरटेकिंग्स के प्रतिनिधि भी जुड़े हैं। जब मैंने थोड़े समय पहले जानकारी प्राप्त की थी तो महत्वपूर्ण संस्थानों के और सरकार के विभागों के और हमारे सेंटर्स ऑफ एक्सीलेंस के, इन सब स्थानों के 155 स्थानों के प्रतिनिधि आज के इस महत्वपूर्ण कार्यक्रम के अंदर जुड़े हैं। ये वास्तव में हम सबका जो भारतीय संस्कृति में जो हमारा एक संवेदनशील चरित्र है और जो दूसरों के लिए, दूसरों के दर्द के लिए उसको अपना दर्द समझने का जो भाव है, जो कि हमारा शायद DNA भी है। हमारे यहाँ स्वामी विवेकानंद जी कहते थे कि जीवन में केवल वही लोग जीते हैं जो दूसरों के लिए जीते हैं, बाकी सब लोग जीते हुए भी मृतक के समान हैं। They only live who live for others, the rest are more dead than alive। और इतने शॉर्ट नोटिस पर इतनी बड़ी संख्या में सब प्रतिनिधि एक इंफॉर्मेशन के हमारे मंत्रालय से आपको ट्रांसफ़र होने पर इतनी बड़ी संख्या के अंदर ये ज्वाइन करें, ये अपने आप में, इसके लिए आप सब अभिनंदन के पात्र हैं, बधाई के पात्र हैं। हम सब इन संस्थानों के प्रतिनिधि, भारत सरकार के मंत्रालयों के प्रतिनिधि, कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड के प्रतिनिधि होने के साथ साथ व्यक्तिगत जीवन में हम सब एक फैमिली को रन करते हैं। हम सब माता पिता भी हैं और हम सब ये जानते हैं कि हमारे परिवार में अगर कोई एक स्वस्थ बच्चा भी अगर अस्वस्थ हो जाता है किसी भी कारण से, साधारण से कारण से भी अगर वो अस्वस्थ हो जाता है, तो हमारी तकलीफ कितनी गहरी होती है इसकी सबकी हमें अपने अपने व्यक्तिगत जीवन में कल्पना है, इसका हम सबको अनुभव है। और अगर उस अनुभव को ध्यान करके इस बात की मन में कल्पना करिए कि परिवार में एक ऐसा बच्चा हो जो किसी भी कारण से अपंग हो, अपाहिज हो, ऐसी बीमारी से पीड़ित हो जिस बीमारी का कोई पक्का ठोस इलाज भी अभी तक मानवता ने ठीक प्रकार से ना खोजा हो, या अगर इलाज खोज भी लिया हो तो उसकी दवाई इतनी महंगी हो, इतनी दुर्लभ तरीके से उपलब्ध हो, तो हम सोच सकते हैं कि ऐसे माता पिता की व्यथा, उनकी कठिनाई, उनकी जीवन में तकलीफ, उनका कष्ट, वो शायद एक प्रकार से कष्ट की पराकाष्ठा है। उसको कल्पना मात्र करने से ही सबको अपने अपने जीवन में भी कष्ट महसूस होने लगता है। परिवार में अगर कोई मृत्यु हो जाए तो थोड़े समय के बाद उसके कष्ट को भी कोई भूल जाता है, लेकिन अगर परिवार में हमारे अपने बच्चे को ही ऐसी कोई रेयर डिजीज़ जिसको हमने संज्ञा दी है हो जाए, जिसके इलाज के या उसके पूरी तरह से ठीक होने के संदर्भ में कोई भी ठोस आशा की किरण नज़र ना आती हो, तो ऐसे माता पिता का कष्ट जीवन पर्यंत किस तरीके का रहता है, ये बात हमको बहुत सबको तकलीफ़ देती है। और शायद मैं समझता हूँ कि इस भाव को ही आपने सबने अपने मन में विकसित होते हुए देखा है और उसी संवेदनशीलता के भाव से आप सब हमारे मंत्रालय के निमंत्रण पर आज रेयर डिजीज़ से ग्रसित बच्चों के लिए जो भारत सरकार ने नेशनल पॉलिसी बनाई है उसको 2021 में देश के सामने समर्पित किया है। कोविड की जंग को लड़ते हुए भी जिस पॉलिसी को बनाने में हमारे संबंधित एक्सपर्ट्स ने किसी भी प्रकार से कोई ढील नहीं दी, चूक नहीं की और वो पॉलिसी बनाकर सबके सामने प्रस्तुत की है। और उसी के साथ साथ जो दूसरा एक बहुत ही महत्व का विषय जो हम सब के लिए आज शायद सबसे बड़ा सपना है कि हम जिस प्रकार से भारत ने चेचक और पोलियो जैसी बीमारी को जड़ से समाप्त किया, उसी प्रकार से हम दुनिया के 2030 के लक्ष्य से 5 साल पहले अपने प्रधानमंत्री के आह्वान पर 2025 तक पूरे देश से टीबी जैसी बीमारी को भी हम एलिमिनेट करना चाहते हैं। ये दोनों बातों के लिए संकल्प जो भारत सरकार ने किया है, उस संकल्प में भारत सरकार के स्वास्थ्य मंत्रालय के साथी बनने के लिए पूरी सरकार, पूरे सरकार के सभी प्रमुख सरकारी मंत्रालय, सभी पब्लिक सेक्टर अंडरटेकिंग्स और आज कॉरपोरेट वर्ल्ड की भी सभी महत्वपूर्ण संस्थाएं वो साथ आकर खड़ी हो गई हैं। ये बात हम सबको बहुत कॉन्फिडेंस देती है, बहुत हमारे आत्मविश्वास को बढ़ाती है और हमें इस बात का विश्वास पैदा होता है कि निश्चित रूप से आप सबके साथ मिलकर, आप सबके सहयोग से हम सब रेयर डिजीजेस से ग्रसित बच्चों के बारे में शायद और ज़्यादा गहराई से और ज़्यादा गंभीरता से सोच पाएंगे। उनके इलाज के लिए जिस प्रकार से देश में 8 सेंटर्स ऑफ एक्सीलेंस हम लोगों ने निर्धारित किए हैं, वहाँ पर उनका ट्रीटमेंट और उन स्थानों पर विशेषकर और दूसरी हमारी संबंधित साइंस मिनिस्ट्री की लेबॉर्टरीज में जो उनके इलाज के संदर्भ में रिसर्च करना है, R&D करना है, इसको आपके सहयोग से हम और ज़्यादा बेहतर ढंग से कर पाएंगे। इसका निश्चित रूप से हमारे को आज बहुत ज़्यादा उत्साह मिला है, बहुत ज़्यादा हमारा उत्साहवर्धन हुआ है और इन बीमारियों के संदर्भ में हम जितनी भी अधिक से अधिक सफलता प्राप्त कर सकते हैं, उस लक्ष्य को प्राप्त करने के लिए हमने आज अपने निश्चय को और दृढ़ किया है। लगभग 2 दशक पोलियो उन्मूलन के काम को और उसके साथ बहुत नज़दीक से जुड़ने के समय 1994 से लेकर और 2014 तक जब भारत को पोलियो उन्मूलन का विश्व स्वास्थ्य संगठन से सर्टिफिकेशन मिला, उस 20 साल में पोलियो उन्मूलन की यात्रा को बहुत नज़दीक से राष्ट्रीय और अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर देखने का मौका मिला है। और मैं ये जानता हूं कि शायद देश अगर पोलियो मुक्त हो पाया तो वह सारी सरकार में सभी विभागों के कंट्रीब्यूशन से हो पाया, सारे कॉरपोरेट वर्ल्ड के कंट्रीब्यूशन से हो पाया और समय समय पर सब प्रकार के NGO, स्वयंसेवी संस्थाओं ने, सब तरह की ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस ने, चाहे वो सोशल हो, चाहे वो कल्चरल हो, चाहे वो रिलीजियस हो, चाहे वो एजुकेशनल हो और चाहे वो विभिन्न आयाम उन पर काम करने वाले कॉरपोरेट वर्ल्ड के साथी हों, उनकी ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस जिन्होंने आज भी यहाँ पर भाग लिया है, CII से लेकर PhD चैम्बर तक, एसोचैम तक, फिक्की तक, इन सब ने बहुत महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाई और सारे दुनिया से बीमारी को लड़ने के लिए बहुत सारी अंतर्राष्ट्रीय संस्थाओं ने, UN ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस ने जिस प्रकार की सहायता की, आज हमको लगता है कि उसी भाव से टीबी को एलिमिनेट करने के लिए भी हमारी सभी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हमारे साथ मिलकर जुड़ गई हैं। आप में से बहुत सारे साथियों को शायद पता नहीं होगा कि पिछले लगभग 9-10 महीने से हम लोगों ने 10 महीना पहले सभी अंतर्राष्ट्रीय संस्थाएं जो यूनाइटेड नेशंस के साथ जुड़ी हैं और चाहे विभिन्न क्षेत्रों में काम कर रही हैं, ऐसी 70-80 संस्थाओं के साथ मिलकर इसी प्रकार की 10 महीना पहले मीटिंग शुरू की थी और उस समय से लेकर आज तक हर महीने की 24 तारीख को सभी अंतर्राष्ट्रीय संस्थाएं हमारे साथ इसी तरह से जुड़ती हैं और जुड़कर उन्होंने सबने भी अपने अपने तरीके से संकल्प लिया है कि किस प्रकार से टीबी मुक्त भारत और हमारा जो टीबी हारेगा देश जीतेगा, ये जो संकल्प है इसको सिद्ध और सार्थक और सफल बनाने के लिए ये सारी संस्थाएं अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर की हमारे साथ लगातार जुड़ी हैं। आज मुझे इस बात का संतोष है कि हमारी सभी राष्ट्रीय संस्थाएं, सभी सेक्टर्स की, उन्होंने भी हमें नई ऊर्जा प्रदान की है। रेयर डिजीजेस के इन बच्चों को सब प्रकार से सहायता करने के लिए और जिसके लिए अभी आपको विस्तार से बताया गया कि हम कैसे सहायता कर सकते हैं, इसको भी हम लोगों ने कोशिश करके इंस्टीट्यूशनलाइज करने का प्रयास किया है। इसके लिए भी एक नेशनल डिजिटल पोर्टल हम लोगों ने स्थापित किया है। इसके लिए भी अकाउंटिंग के, रेयर डिजीजेस के फंड, उनके लिए स्पेशल अकाउंट्स, उनके लिए स्पेशल कमेटीज, उनके लिए सेंटर्स ऑफ एक्सीलेंस में स्पेशल व्यवस्थाएं और इन बीमारियों के ऊपर रिसर्च करने के लिए सब प्रकार की सुविधाएं उनको और अधिक व्यापक पैमाने पर विकसित करने की योजनाएं हम लोगों ने बनाई हैं। आप सब जानते हैं कि जैसा अभी बताया गया कि इस सारे काम को पूरी तरह से साइंस का भी बैकिंग हमारे अपने साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी मंत्रालय में डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ बायोटेक्नोलॉजी के माध्यम से कुछ समय पहले हम लोगों ने एक निदान केंद्र लेडी हार्डिंग मेडिकल कॉलेज में शुरू किया था और उसको सारे देश के अंदर एस्पिरेशनल डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स में बड़े पैमाने पर उस तरह के और केंद्र खोलने की बहुत बड़ी महत्वाकांक्षी योजना पर काम चल रहा है। CSIR में आपको बताया गया कि किस प्रकार से गार्जियन जैसी योजना के माध्यम से ऐसे रेयर डिजीजेस वाले बच्चों का जीनोम सीक्वेंसिंग करके उस दिशा के अंदर आगे काम करने का प्रयास चल रहा है। ICMR, DBT, CSIR, हेल्थ मिनिस्ट्री, हमारा सेंट्रल ड्रग कंट्रोलर और उसको सहयोग करने के लिए फाइनेंस मिनिस्ट्री, ये सब लोगों ने मिलकर किस प्रकार से कंसोर्टियम बनाकर हम लोग इन सारे विषयों के ऊपर काम कर रहे हैं। मैं आज के इस अवसर पर हृदय से आपका अभिनंदन करना चाहता हूं और आपको ये जानकर खुशी होगी कि भारत सरकार पूरी तरह से कृत संकल्प है। हम जानते हैं कि रेयर डिजीजेस के खिलाफ जो जंग है वो बहुत ही कठिन जंग है। उनका इलाज पूरी तरह से कर पाना वो एक प्रकार से बहुत बड़ा हरक्यूलियन टास्क है, लेकिन हमारे इरादों के अंदर, इरादों की मजबूती के अंदर कोई किसी भी प्रकार की कमी नहीं है। हमारी सरकार, हमारा स्वास्थ्य मंत्रालय, हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी का नेतृत्व, उस सब के अंदर इस विषय के ऊपर बहुत गहराई, गंभीरता और अत्यंत संवेदनशीलता का भाव कूट कूट कर भरा है। और इसलिए मैं देश के लोगों को ये विश्वास दिलाना चाहता हूं और विशेष रूप से उन रेयर डिजीजेस से सफ़र करने वाले बच्चों के माँ बाप को अपने मंत्रालय की ओर से, हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी की ओर से, भारत सरकार के सभी संबंधित विभागों की ओर से ये विश्वास दिलाना चाहता हूं कि हम इस दिशा में प्रयास अपने गंभीरता से करते रहेंगे और टीबी के मरीजों को भी आप सबको जानकारी होगी कि आज पूरे हिंदुस्तान में कोई भी टीबी का मरीज जिसका चाहे साधारण टीबी की दवाइयों से इलाज होना हो, चाहे उसको मल्टी ड्रग रेजिस्टेंट दवाइयों से उसका इलाज होना हो, ऐसी टीबी हो उसको, और ऐसी दवाइयों से इलाज होने पर 1 लाख रुपए तक का खर्चा होता है। लेकिन हिंदुस्तान के हर टीबी मरीज हिंदुस्तान के किसी भी कोने में ऐसा मरीज जिसको कोई भी ढूंढ लेता है, चाहे वो सरकारी व्यवस्था हो, चाहे वो प्राइवेट व्यवस्था हो, चाहे वो कोई जनरल प्रैक्टिशनर हो, चाहे वो सरकारी या प्राइवेट अस्पताल हो, चाहे वो मॉडर्न मेडिसिन का डॉक्टर हो, चाहे वो आयुष का डॉक्टर हो, जो भी ऐसे मरीज को ढूंढता है उसको नोटिफाई करता है, उसका पूरा इलाज का खर्चा आज भारत सरकार वहन करती है, उसके लिए सारी दवाइयाँ उपलब्ध कराती है, उसको हर महीने न्यूट्रिशन के लिए कुछ पैसा सपोर्ट उसके खाते में डायरेक्टली करती है। जो डॉक्टर या सरकार के समाज के अंदर व्यवस्था ऐसे मरीजों को नोटिफाई करती है, उनको भी आर्थिक सहायता उस काम को और ज़्यादा आगे बढ़ाने के लिए दी जाती है। देश के सभी डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स में ग्रास रूट लेवल तक टेस्टिंग की ऐसी सीबी नेट और दूसरी मशीनें उपलब्ध कराई गई हैं, जिसमें तुरंत जांच करके ये बताया जा सकता है कि कौन सी दवाइयाँ उस मरीज के लिए उपयोगी होंगी, क्या ड्रग रेजिस्टेंट टीबी है उसको या साधारण इलाज की दवाइयों से वो ठीक हो सकता है। और इसके साथ साथ सारे देश में अभी हम लोगों ने एक बड़ा कंपटीशन भी प्रारंभ किया है। सब नेशनल लेवल पर आपको जानकर खुशी होगी कि डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स के लेवल पर, यूनियन टेरिटरीज के लेवल पर अभी आज देश के अंदर एक यूनियन टेरिटरी लक्षद्वीप की और एक जम्मू एंड कश्मीर का बुड़गांव डिस्ट्रिक्ट, ये दो जो हैं ये टीबी फ्री हो गए हैं। ये एक सफलता की तरफ एक मॉडेस्ट शुरुआत है, लेकिन सारे देश के अंदर सभी स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स के साथ मिलकर, आपके जैसे साथियों के साथ मिलकर हमने ये तय किया है, और पिछले सालों में, पिछले 2 दशक में जिस प्रकार से देखा है कि टीबी के इंसिडेंस में 33% तक की कमी आई है, मॉर्टेलिटी में 47% तक की कमी आई है, और कोविड के कालखंड में भी जब सारा देश कोविड के साथ जूझ रहा था, तब भी हमारा भारत सरकार जब स्टेट्स के साथ कोऑर्डिनेशन करता था, तो अगर पहला प्रेजेंटेशन कोविड पर होता था तो उसी के साथ साथ पीछे पीछे एक प्रेजेंटेशन टीबी का और दूसरी नॉन कम्युनिकेबल डिजीजेस का होता था। हमने अपना जो फोकस है उसको किसी भी मोमेंट टीबी के ऊपर से हटने नहीं दिया। शुरुआती दौर में थोड़ा सा ट्यूबरक्लोसिस के एलिमिनेशन प्रोग्राम को कोविड में थोड़ी सी तकलीफ आई, लेकिन बहुत जल्दी 2020 में भी सारे देश के लोगों ने उसको संभाल लिया, और आज पूरी योग्यता के साथ, पूरे आत्मविश्वास के साथ सारा देश मिलकर 2025 तक टीबी को एलिमिनेट करने के संदर्भ में काम कर रहा है। अभी आपने रेखा शुक्ला जी का और आरती आहूजा जी के द्वारा 2 प्रेजेंटेशंस देखे। रेयर डिजीजेस के संदर्भ में हमने कितने गहराई से ये समझा कि अगर रेयर डिजीजेस को कोई प्रभावित करता है तो 75% जो है वो बच्चे प्रभावित होते हैं। ये अपने आप में कोई छोटी संख्या नहीं है। और जब बच्चों को तकलीफ होती है तो माता पिता को कैसी तकलीफ होती है, इसका उल्लेख मैंने आपसे किया है। और रेयर डिजीजेस के बारे में भी आपको भी सुनकर शायद विश्वास कम हुआ होगा कि दुनिया में 8% जो है लोग जो है वो अनेक प्रकार की रेयर डिजीजेस से सफ़र कर रहे हैं। इसलिए रेयर डिजीजेस के संदर्भ में रिसर्च करना, नए नए इलाज उसके लिए खोजना, उन इलाजों को, उन दवाइयों को सुलभ ढंग से उन बच्चों तक, उनके माँ बाप तक उपलब्ध कराना और साथ में देश को 2025 तक टीबी मुक्त करना, ये हम सबका बहुत बड़ा कर्तव्य है। मैं इस अवसर पर आप सबको बहुत हृदय से बधाइयाँ देना चाहता हूँ। प्रेजेंटेशन में बहुत गहराई से इन विषयों के महत्वपूर्ण जितने भी बिंदु हैं उनका हमारे सामने प्रस्तुतिकरण किया गया है। और ख़ासकर कॉरपोरेट वर्ल्ड के लिए जब कोई टीबी से ग्रसित होता है तो किस प्रकार से उसके कॉन्टैक्ट्स, तो उनको तो रिस्क होता ही है, लेकिन कितने सारे मैन आवर्स और कितना सारा जो इकोनॉमी को लॉस होता है, उन पक्षों को भी बहुत गंभीरता से हमारे सबके सामने रखा गया है। अगर हमारे कॉरपोरेट वर्ल्ड के साथियों ने, हमारे पब्लिक सेक्टर के अंडरटेकिंग्स ने अपने अपने वर्क प्लेसेस पर ही, और पहले प्रत्यक्ष रूप से जो हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं और उसके बाद अप्रत्यक्ष रूप से भी जो जुड़े हैं, उनमें भी अगर टीबी के मरीजों को ढूंढकर उनके इलाज को पूरी तरह से सुनिश्चित करने के संकल्प को साधने का अगर जिम्मा ले लिया, तो मैं ये समझता हूँ कि टीबी मुक्त भारत के इस जन आंदोलन में ये आपकी जो महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका है, जिस प्रकार से पास्ट में भी सब महत्वपूर्ण राष्ट्रीय और जन आंदोलनों में आपकी महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका रही है, टीबी मुक्त भारत के इतिहास में भी आपकी ये भूमिका, इसको देश कभी भूल नहीं पाएगा। मैं आज के इस अवसर पर आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करना चाहता हूँ। शब्द मेरे पास नहीं है, मेरे मंत्रालय के लोगों के पास नहीं है, क्योंकि एक बहुत साधारण शॉर्ट नोटिस के निमंत्रण पर आप इतनी बड़ी संख्या के अंदर आकर पधारे हैं। शायद सब लोगों को आज अपने विचार यहाँ पे और अपनी भावना व्यक्त करने का मौका नहीं मिला, लेकिन मैंने देखा कि फिर भी करीब 18 तो पब्लिक सेक्टर अंडरटेकिंग्स के प्रतिनिधियों ने यहाँ पर अपने विचार व्यक्त किए, खुले मन से व्यक्त किए, और जो CII, फिकी और एसोचैम और PhD चैम्बर्स के प्रतिनिधियों ने जो यहाँ पर बात रखी, मैं उनका सबका भी हृदय से बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन करना चाहता हूँ, इस विश्वास के साथ कि हमारी इन विषयों पर ऊर्जा दिन प्रतिदिन बढ़ेगी। हमारा संकल्प हमारे सपनों को साकार करने में आपके कंट्रीब्यूशन के द्वारा बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण योगदान करेगा, और आप इसी प्रकार से इन अत्यंत संवेदनशील विषयों के साथ जुड़े रहेंगे। इस विश्वास के साथ मैं अपने सभी साथियों की ओर से आपका हृदय से बहुत बहुत नतमस्तक होकर धन्यवाद करना चाहता हूँ, आपको प्रणाम करना चाहता हूँ, आपका अभिनंदन करना चाहता हूँ, और भगवान से सभी जो भी हमारे बच्चे रेयर डिजीज़ से विशेष रूप से ग्रसित हैं, जो भी हमारे मरीज़ टीबी जैसी बीमारी से पीड़ित हैं, जो भी आज के समय में हमारे समाज के अंदर कोविड जैसी तकलीफ़ के खतरे से लोग जूझ रहे हैं, और भी जितनी भी स्वास्थ्य संबंधी तकलीफ़ों से समाज जूझ रहा है, इन सब से मुक्त होकर हमारा समाज निरोगी बने, इस भगवान से प्रार्थना और कामना के साथ मैं अपनी बात को समाप्त करता हूँ। धन्यवाद, नमस्कार, जय हिंद, भारत माता की जय।
Thank you very much, sir. So in the end, with your permission, a formal vote of thanks. I invite myself for that. Honorable Minister of Health and Family Welfare, Dr. Harshvardhan ji, respected Secretary, Shri Rajesh Bhushan ji, Additional Secretary Health, Ms. Aati Ahuja, Joint Secretary, Ms. Rekha Shukla, and all other dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. I consider it a great privilege to propose a vote of thanks to all the dignitaries and colleagues who have made it convenient to attend this webinar today on these two issues. We are deeply grateful to the Honorable Health Minister, Dr. Harshvardhan ji, for presiding over this webinar, sir. Your presence today in this meeting has immensely enhanced the importance. Your address was unique as usual, sir, because of the novelty of ideas as well as the vision which we are surely going to follow, sir. I thank you for presiding over this meeting and address again, sir. I take this opportunity to express our sincere thanks to the respected Secretary Health, Shri Rajesh Bhushan ji, for gracing this occasion and facilitating the open discussion. We are extremely grateful to you, sir. I express my sincere thanks to AS and MD Ms. Vandana Gunani Madam, Joint Secretary Ms. Rekha Shukla ji, who have taken keen interest in this meeting. Your inputs and belief in the rare disease policy and the rare disease activities has pushed us to deliver this webinar. Thank you, Madam, for enlightening insights and support. On behalf of the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, I must express my deep gratitude to all dignitaries from the various ministries, delegates from the corporate sectors and from the PSUs who have participated today. Our sincere thanks to the expert members of the CTC, the Central Technical Committee. So they are also in the webinar today. Our sincere thanks to the expert members of the Central Technical Committee, comprising of experts from all the centers of excellence and also representatives from the Department of DBT, DST, who keep assisting us in our technical matters. Thanks are due to Additional Secretary Health Ms. Aati Ahuja for the presentation on the role of corporates in TB elimination by 2025. I would be failing if I don't acknowledge all those who have worked relentlessly in the last week for making this meeting a success. I also acknowledge the NIC team which assisted us for this virtual meeting. Last but not the least, I am thankful to all colleagues, supporters and well-wishers who have taken out time and joined us through the web link. Thank you, sir.